Hey, True Believers, Englentine here with another weekly top 10 comic books sold to readers. Of course, you know, if you followed this before, also we're going to go to Comixology and see what was being bought this week digitally as well. So it's a great lineup. Obviously, the thumbnail is from something that's done well. Not going to lie to you here, Man of Steel did pretty well and had to give that its due. Also, speaking of giving the due, these are the people who contributed. If you're in the neighborhood of any of these comic book shops, stop by, check them out, maybe buy something. Who knows? Always support your local comic shop. Even if you buy digitally, I do. Buy your trade paperbacks from them or statue or action figures or something, you know. Anyway, let's get this party started. Starting off the countdown at number 10, we have Brian K. Vaughan's Barrier, number 5. Number 9 is the Aquaman Jabberjaw crossover. And the number 8 spot, we have Marvel 2-in-1, number 6. X-Men Red Annual number 1 gets the 7th spot. Is it already time for X-Men Red to have an annual? Saga number 52 comes in at number 6. Batman Prelude to a Wedding featuring Robin vs. Ra's al Ghul takes the number 5 spot. And at number 4, we have Justice League No Justice. Amazing Spider-Man vs. the Red Goblin and Amazing Spider-Man 800 takes the 3 spot. And in the number 2 spot, the runner-up is Man of Steel. Brian Michael Bendis makes a splash. And at number 1, we have the Doomsday Clock, issue number 5, making its appearance. So that's the top 10 of hard copies, floppy copies, whatever you want. I don't even know where that came from. Anybody still got a handle on where floppy copy came from? That is the top 10 comic books bought in the comic shops. So far, DC's winning the week. 5 comics, 3 Marvel, 2 independent. Independent's showing up pretty well considering. Anywho, let's find out what the comic shop owners have to say about all of this. Amazing Spider-Man did well, not as well as Action 1000, but it still secured the top spot this week. 2-4 were almost tied with really squeaky margins. Marvel 2-in-1 is just about the best book on the shelf right now, and the numbers jibe. I also found that we had a lot of subs go in this week for Fantastic Four as soon as people saw them on the cover of Marvel Previews. The Hanna-Barbera Crossovers performed very, very okay, except for Aquaman and Jabberjaw, the clear winner of the pack. Aquaman and Jabberjaw may have been number 1 in the sales of the Hanna-Barbera DC crossovers, but I would give it first place Super Sons, Blue Falcon, second place Speed Buggy and Flash, third place would be Aquaman and Jabberjaw, and then the Black Lightning and Hong Kong Phooey. But that's just me, and I thought that, well, I guess maybe, who had more variant covers, Amazing Spider-Man or Action Comics 1000? Some big releases this week, so it was a close race for the top bestsellers, but Saga number 52 beat out Doomsday Clock number 5 by a hair. Following those two was the finale of Brian K. Vaughan's other comic, Barrier number 5, which pushed Bendis' new take on Superman Man of Steel down to 4th place. Rounding out the top 5 was the last issue of Justice League No Justice. One other finale made our top 10 this week, Abbott number 5, Saladin Ahmed and Sami Cavela's excellent supernatural mystery series about a hard-boiled investigative reporter in 1970s Detroit. Somewhat surprisingly, neither the release of Solo nor Donald Glover's face on the cover were enough to push Lando number 1 into our top 10. I did not realize it was a whole bunch of finales this week, with, of course, the Bendis being the first issue of his run, so a little trade-off. Amazing Spider-Man number 800 was no Action Comics 1000. Hopefully the issue will be returnable. People are not happy with the $9.99 comics. Doomsday Clock took the top spot. Aquaman Jabberjaw Special number 1 made a surprise entry into the top 10 for a 5th week Wednesday month. Not a bad week. Oh yeah, I forgot it being more expensive than Action Comics 1000. That can definitely, put a freaking boot around the tire. Wow. Well, actually, I heard a lot of people getting excited for the DC Hanna-Barbera crossovers. They remember last month, this month you have. It's very cool. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to the Looney Tunes as well. Even with all its variant covers and multiple copy sales, Amazing Spider-Man couldn't overcome the Doomsday Clock juggernaut. Super Sons remained so popular that their Dynamut Hanna-Barbera crossover one-shot took 5th place in our store, beating out every Marvel except for Amazing Spider-Man. Marvel placed 2 more books in the 6 to 10 slots, though giving them 3 of our top 10s to DC, 6 and Image 1. What is noteworthy is how many total books were sold that day. When you release so many top quality books on the same day, fans come to pick them up. I was surprised at the release of the Hanna-Barbera stuff. All 4 of them came out on the same day. I thought it would be like this week you get 1, this week you get 2, but hey, I can handle that. I like the way they did that. It worked out, and yeah, like I said, quality books. Great week for reading quality. Doomsday Clock killed it, as we've all been waiting too long for the next issue, and it certainly delivered. Biggest problem with DC Doomsday Clock is that it's such a slow-paced book that this shipping schedule really hurts the story. Will be interesting to read as a collected book, but still way too captivating to simply wait for all this to happen. Admittedly, as of this recording, I have not read Doomsday Clock number 5, so I cannot speak intelligently on it. Therefore, I shall not speak at all. I just realized how many intelligent jokes I left myself open to, so by all means, guys, in the comment section, be brutal. Well, this is just bad trimming on my part. I should have trimmed out the great week for reading, because I just read that. Man of Steel also delivered with quality artwork and non-cringe-worthy story, heard no complaints, and Justice League No Justice could have done even better had I gambled more money on copies. Sorry, can't do that on non-returnable weekly books. Our customers, if non-club members and not Wednesday warriors, get the short end of the stick, was sold out by Saturday. Books naturally ordered low. That is a natural collector's item, I guess. The Man of Steel thing, though, he said he heard no complaints. I have. Most of them were either of the I hate Brian Michael Bendis, always shall, therefore everything he produces from here on in will never be good variety. Or, and this is really cool, I thought this was, hit the nail on the head for a lot of people. This is the way it starts with Brian Michael Bendis. He does well, and then he adds all the crap that pisses you off later. So, we'll keep an eye out. That was what a lot of people told me. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. We should keep an eye out. But anyway, that's what the shops had to say. So let's go on over to Comixology and check out the top 10. And I do expand it out to the top 20 to see who wins the week. Marvel or DC or Independence. I would love to see that at least once. X-Men Blue 28, but we're not here to judge, just to tell you it starts off the countdown at number 10. Number 9 goes to Marvel 2-in-1. Number 6. X-Men Red's annual number 1 takes the number 8 spot. Number 7 goes to Batman, A Prelude to a Wedding, Robin vs. Ra's al Ghul. Injustice 2 Chapter 60 gets to number 6 this week. At number 5 is Amazing Spider-Man, number 800. Justice League, No Justice at number, what are we on? 4? Yeah, 4. Number 4, No Justice. Bendis' debut with Superman, The Man of Steel, number 1, makes it to number 3. In the runner-up position at number 2 is Saga, number 52. Yep, people are still buying this. And in the number 1 spot, no surprise, here's Doomsday Clock, number 5. A little bit of improvement for Marvel this time. It's 5-4, still DC's favor. 1 independent comic book, and that was Saga. So, and I've seen this before, even though where Marvel could get trounced in the top 10, but in the back 10 of the top 20, they make this dramatic comeback. We'll see what happens here. At number 11 is Lazarus, number 28, making it 2 for the independents. At number 12, Ms. Marvel, number 30, ties it up. 5-5 for DC and Marvel. Number 13 goes to Infinity Countdown, Captain Marvel, number 1. Marvel takes the lead, 6-5 their favor. Green Lantern's annual number 1 at number 14 ties it up, 6-6. At number 15, Green Arrow annual number 2 gives DC the lead, 7-6. At number 16, the third independent comic book shows up, Killer Be Killed, number 19. At number 17, Daredevil 603 ties the Marvel DC race to 7-7. Jeff Lemire's Descender, number 30, takes the 18 spot. That's the 4th independent comic this week. At number 19, Star Wars Lando, Double or Nothing, makes it 8-7 in Marvel's favor. And at number 20, we have our 5th independent comic book with Sonic the Hedgehog number 5. So there you have it, guys. Marvel wins the digital week 8-7 with a strong showing from independent comics. They had 5 in the mix. That is a good week. Now, granted, it's always DC that wins the top 10, and Marvel always has to pick it up from the back 10. So technically, DC still wins, but if you just go by Marvel, Marvel picks it up. And that's how I go by, just for fun. And that's all this is. It's just shits and giggles, fun times, nothing to be taken serious. But what about you? What do you think about the countdown? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? What do you wish that was higher in the countdown? And what do you think, man, that just gets way too much love? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any comment about the comments, by all means, let us know in the comment section below. That's what they're there for, agree or disagree. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, you know the drill. Click like, share, of course, that gets word out about the channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell and the subscription thing if you haven't done that already. Also, this is the way we're trying to make a living. We're trying to get better equipment and better software to make better videos. So if you don't mind helping out, go on over to Patreon. Drop $1 in the till. It's less than the price of a candy bar, and help out the channel there. We'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.